Because you just hate his mom so much. Well, one day before class, you're in the library and you see a folder sitting on the table. You look at it. Inside is a 5-page handwritten essay. Clearly, it took a long time to do. The name on top. Imagine getting expelled from middle school over a $2 ice cream bar. What would you do? So there was a teacher everybody hated. I'm Mrs. Patty Smack. She was mean, strict. She liked embarrassing kids. Hey, Johnny, I think your parents' divorce is affecting your work. Friends with him because you just hate his mom so much. Well, one day before class, you're in the library and you see a folder sitting on the table. You look at it. Inside is a 5-page handwritten essay. Clearly, it took a long time to do. The name on top is that horrible teacher's son. It's his big essay project for his English class. And first period starts in 5 minutes. You could easily bring it to him. Save his grade, do the right thing. Then you think about his mom. Every kid she humiliated, every zero she handed out. That one time she told the entire class that kid's parents were divorced. So now you're standing there with two choices. Return the essay or feed it to the library paper shredder. What do? What would you do? So you ever go to a neighborhood garage sale and see somebody selling a vintage camera for like $5 when it's actually worth $500? Most people just let it happen. But not this kid. Yeah. He's 13, he's got a tablet, and he's running an appraisal.
Oh my bras! Bro, Daddy, you gotta stop touching my phone. I don't like that. You gotta stop touching my phone. I'm gonna research in a few seconds.
You ever go to a neighborhood garage sale and see somebody selling a vintage camera for like $5 when it's actually worth $500? Most people just let it happen. But not this kid. Yeah. He's 13, he's got a tablet, and he's running an appraisal firm in his neighborhood. You see, these families near his house, they have garage sales all the time, and they have no idea what they're selling. They're just clearing out their attics. Then the lowballers show up. Oh, that's a big box of Pokemon cards. How much? Oh, you can have them for $5, sweetie. Perfect. Well, you see, that's when the auditor would show up. He would walk up to a neighbor's garage sale and say, I don't want any of your money. I just want 10% of the extra cash you make. He then pulls out his tablet and he starts appraising every single item that these people are selling. He would check on eBay to see the realistic price. Sir, this camera...
Oh my fuck. Bro.
He would check on eBay to see the realistic price. Sir, this camera's worth $200 and you're selling it for $3. What? Oh my God, really? That's so good to know. Imagine a guy trying to pay $5 for an old, dusty lamp. Yeah, that sounds fair. Actually, that's a mid-century original lamp. It sold for $85 yesterday on eBay. You can have it for $60. People pay. By the end of the day, he would make $100 in commission without having to sell a single item. And the neighbors he's helping are so grateful. And honestly, I never thought about this. But it's genius. And this time, I definitely gotta say, respect the hustle. You ever go to a neighborhood, the principal's toupee gets stolen during school. And within minutes, everybody knows, and everybody's joking about it. Dude, Mr. Kilman looks so dumb. Kids were whispering in the hallways, even teachers were trying not to laugh. And whenever he walks down the hallway, people pull their phones out to record him. He's humiliated. He's trying to act normal, but he's falling apart like a sad little puppy. And for a second, you almost feel bad for him. But then you remember, yesterday he called you into his office. He thought you were involved in a fight that you weren't involved in. So you're in there, and he's just going in. Now, don't you lie to me. I know you were involved in this. You're a horrible student. I knew the second that you got here, you were going to cause trouble. And I bet your grades suck, don't they? Let's look them up. You know what? I'm not going to look them up. I'm just going to send you home to your horrible mom. You know, she was in my class when I taught here years ago, and she was horrible then, too. Get out of here. Pretty brutal. And here's one more thing. You know exactly where the toupee is because you saw the kid that stole it. He secretly hid it behind the trophy case. Nobody else knew. And that kid is definitely not coming forward, so now it's only you. You could grab it, hand it back to him, be the bigger man, and maybe the principal will treat you differently, or you could destroy the toupee and let him be humiliated for the rest of the day. What would you do? The principal's toupee gets stolen. What would you do? It's 4 a.m., you're sleeping, your phone rings. It's a number that you don't recognize, but you answer it. Hello? The voice on the other end is distorted, but he says,
I'm at the corner of 5th and Main. The gift is in the trash can. You have 5 minutes to get it, or it's going to somebody else.
What? You live right down the street from 5th and Main. You have no idea what this package is, and it was meant for somebody else. This was obviously a very sketchy phone call, but you're curious. You have two choices. You get up, you go, you grab the gift. But it could be something dangerous, or it could be money, or something very illegal, or you ignore the phone call altogether. But for years, it eats you up inside not knowing what was in that trash can. What do? What would you do? It's 4 a.m., you're sleeping, your phone rings. It's a number that you don't recognize, but you answer it. Top 3 principles on a power trip. Number 1, this principal banned all backpacks, because the hallways were messy and crowded. So now kids had to carry classes worth of stuff in their arms all day. Folders ripping open, papers on the floor. Meanwhile, this principal still walks around with her leather briefcase. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Became such an issue, parents kept calling the school, asking why backpacks weren't allowed. After a few days, so many kids started asking the principal about her briefcase that the rule died. The next one, this principal was tired of students being late to first period, so he forced every single teacher to lock every single classroom door the second the bell rings. And if you don't do it, there's gonna be problems. Didn't matter if it was raining outside or if your bus was late. If you weren't there before the bell, you weren't getting into class, and you had to go to the office. One morning, a school board member showed up for a surprise visit, and when she walked through the hallways, she saw tons of students banging on their classroom doors trying to get in. What is going on here? Number 1, there was a principal who decided students were too loud during lunch, so he made the cafeteria completely silent, and detentions were handed out to anyone that spoke even one word. Milk detention. Hundreds of kids eating in total silence. It was completely insane, till one day this kid brought a whoopee cushion. He thought it would be funny to prank his friend during silent lunch, so his friend sits down. It was a slow, loud whoopee cushion fart. Everyone was silent for a few seconds after that. Then they just burst out laughing. Even the principal. Okay, we can talk again. I guess all it took was some light-hearted fart joke to turn the mean old man into a softie again.
These two just low down and dirty. Y'all was gonna smash.
In the late 90s, a classroom went on a field trip to a day at the farm. The permission slips promised an educational view on farm life. It gets to the farm, and the kids are led to a...
I almost said, oh my fuck! Okay, I almost said, that's fine. Crazy, there's kids on YouTube.
Somebody walks in with a cow. The students didn't watch a demonstration on milking or cow grooming. Instead, they watched the full, unedited process of a cow being butchered. Milk! Educational part of the trip was how to prepare the meat to be sent off to stores. And each kid got some meat to take home. All right, kid?
These two just low down and
In the late 90s, a classroom went on a field trip to a day at the farm. The permission slips promised an educational view on farm life. They get to the farm, and the kids are led to a cold, industrial room. They think, I bet they're gonna bring farm animals in here. I wanna see a llama. I want to see cow's milk. Then somebody walks in with a cow. The students didn't watch a demonstration on milking or cow grooming. Instead, they watched the full, unedited process of a cow being butchered. Milk! Educational part of the trip was how to prepare the meat to be sent off to stores. And each kid got some meat to take home. All right, kids, who wants a free sample? I bet one of your dads would love to grill this up. The field trip chaperones and teachers probably should have let everyone out. Is this genius or evil? There was a huge...
Come on, mate.
these two just low down and dirty. Y'all was gonna smash with less than a finger's width between y'all and the MC. Chapter starts with them being in a tent. You can see the MC's breakfast here.
Move the trash out. Boom. Yeah. Ow! And all that. And all that. And all that. why you keep burning me, Dodger? They're burning me. Gone. I have 0 soul space right now. Cash. Internal. Oh, it's almost. Ow! Why does Emma stop? This is my hand. I need my hand. Ow! I need my hand, buddy. I need my hand. No. Don't play this game. Clear so much. Like flash. I was kid. Why you bite my phone, buddy? Pokebox! I don't play this game. Ow! Stop, doggy. Okay, buddy. You bite my finger. I'm going to grab on your head, and you just bite on my finger. Please. Stop. Stop. Don't bite on my left ear. Get away. Ow. Hey, get away. Go away. Gotcha. Right there. Ow. Go right out. Ow.
In the late 90s, a classroom went on a field trip. Is this genius or evil? There was a huge copies, cash only. Now, all the students in that class were very interested, and they paid him a good amount of money for this answer key. But here's the thing. He made the answer key completely up. None of it is what was on the test, but it looks legit. So the kids study it, and they learn all the answers, and they take the test. Every single one of them fails. But this kid, who sold the answer keys, get an A. In the late 90s, a classroom went on a field trip to a day at the... Is this genius or evil? There was a huge biology test coming up. It's one of those tests everybody was scared of. Big grade, it was a hard teacher, and a ton of students were panicking. But then this one kid starts whispering that he has an answer key. It's for the big biology test. Everything's the same. I found it in the copy room. He said the teacher left a stack next to the printer, and he's selling a few copies. Cash only. Now, all the students in that class were very interested, and they paid him a good amount of money for this answer key. But here's the thing. He made the answer key completely.
No! Why? Why did I put here though? Ow! Well, I'm better. I'm trying it. I'm doing it.
The SCP Foundation just had a full containment breach.
Made the answer key completely.
Lego.
None of it is. In most classrooms, misbehavior gets you a warm. In most classrooms, misbehavior gets you a warning or detention. Well, back in the 80s, it was something completely different. In this classroom, any deviation from the system, like talking too much or misbehaving, throwing stuff, spitballs, it required a physical debt. Hey, Kyle, spitball! The teacher didn't make them sit in a corner or put a goofy hat on. Next to his desk on the floor laid a sheet of coarse sandpaper. One mistake, you had to get up there and kneel down on the sandpaper. And you weren't just kneeling. You were working. You had to stay in that exact position while your knees grinded onto the grit while you had to write massive amounts of words. And what you normally did is there were a list of 30 words, and you had to write each word 10 times. The punishment was designed to make them try to write fast, because the longer you took to write these words, the longer you had to kneel. It's actually incredibly horrifying, and it would completely not fly today. I can't believe that's what they did back then. Eventually, they stopped doing that, thank God. But that teacher never got in trouble because, well, it was the 80s. In most class, top 3 pettiest teachers. Number 3, there was a teacher that gave detention for somebody sneezing twice. The first time it was...
Crazy.
Bless you. The second time... Okay, now you're just messing with me. Detention after school today. It was allergy season too, so for the rest of the week, these kids were fighting for their lives. Well, one day, at a class, his teacher had a sneezing fit. All right, and oh, Miss Johnson, that's 3 sneezes. I guess that means you're suspended, huh? She never gave someone detention for sneezing again. Top 3 pettiest teachers. Number 3, there was a teacher that gave detention for somebody sneezing twice. The first time it was... Bless you. The second time... Okay, now you're just messing with me. Detention after school today. It was allergy season too, so for the rest of the week, these kids were fighting for their lives. Well, one day, at a class, his teacher had a
bro, he's
sneezing
fighting
fit. All right,
with the D.
Oh, Miss Johnson, that's 3 sneezes. I guess that means you're suspended. She never gave someone detention for sneezing again. Number 2, this one teacher right before class started one day moved the clock 10 minutes back just because she wanted to disappoint these kids when they started packing up at what they thought was the end of class.
Sorry guys, it looks like it's 6 minutes and 18